Hello everyone, welcome to Q9. I hope you're all doing okay. So after you get through your general warm-up today, we're going to do 10 walkouts, 10 corrective squats, no push-up. What we're going to do instead on each walkout, we're going to do 4 knee drives. So walk out to a plank, hands should be right underneath the shoulders, bring the knee up to the elbow, switch, and then do that one more time for a total of 4. And continue until you've done a total of 10 walkouts. Then get your corrective squats. 10 of those. Once you get through that, we're going to go through the first circuit. Circuit number 1 here, we're going to go through 5 rounds. 5 rounds of core 360, and then we will do 5 position row, and then we will use a med ball, and we will do windmills, 10 on each side. So again, core 360, get your feet in. And remember, you want to have the TRX strap closer to the bottom of your laces, because when you're in this plank position, you want to make sure that you are plantar flexing and pointing the toes. Shift back, return to neutral, 10 times, then drop down to the side plank. Your feet should be slightly uneven, shoulder width apart, with the top foot in front. Dips from here, find the floor, all the way down. Keep yourself stacked. Again, you don't want to get this rotation going. Lower the hip, bring it back up. This is your neutral position here. You want to control and touch the ground and then come right back up. You should be spending most of the time in the plank position. Go to the other side. 10 more on the other side. And then go to your back. Continuing to plantar flex. Point the toes here. Race start recovery position. 10 dolphin soup. From there, free yourself. You're gonna pop up. You may need to adjust the straps for this depending on how much space you have. And then you remember 5 position row. Starts with the bicep curl. Keep the elbows forward. Palm up row. Keep the elbows in. Palm in row, neutral shoulder. Palm down row, shoulders out, or elbows out rather. And then on the goal post, starts off like the elbows out, palm down row, but then finishes here, pulling the elbows, pulling the shoulders down at the top, always staying in control, always keeping the band nice and taut. And you go through that for 4 cycles for a total of 20 reps. After that, grab your med ball. Med ball is overhead here, and we're doing a windmill. Now it's important to remember that the windmill is not a squat. I'm not gonna squat, I wanna lean. It's like a deadlift, but then at the bottom, there's gonna be a twist. So I don't wanna be down here like this. That's an overhead squat, that's a different exercise. For the windmill, I wanna lean. As soon as I start leaning, my eyes go up. The hand should trace down the inside of the leg. Hand should be stacked right with the shoulder. Find the ground here. Should be able to lift your toes up at the bottom. Keep some weight back on your heels. Reset, neutral position. I see a lot of people skip that part. Make sure you're coming all the way up to reset. Always with the breath. Do 10 one side, 10 on the other side. Go through those 3 exercises for 5 rounds. Okay, next we're going to be using a kettlebell. I'll give you a med ball variation for this as well. We'll be using the TRX, and then you'll be going outside for some sprinting. All right, so with the kettlebell, what we're going to do here is single leg deadlift. So we'll start by picking the weight up, set your balance, get your chest up, and then as you start to lean from the hip, the knee should unlock. Bring yourself down, maintain your balance, come up, snap into position. Set yourself back with both feet on the ground. Go through 10. 10 times. Switch sides. I did the other side. I wanted to be fair and show you what my weak side looked like as well. If you only have a med ball, it's still worth doing this move, even though there's not a lot of resistance. The way you're gonna work it with a med ball is you hold the ball in 2 hands, but you still do this single leg, and you just go down, take it right, basically right to the toe. You do that on the other side as well. From there, single leg squat jump, really be explosive here. We're gonna go 5 on each side, remembering to reach back with the back leg, and then on the jump, bring that knee into the forward position. After you finish these, you're gonna take it out to the street, and I want you to do a 40-yard sprint. A 40-yard sprint, you can estimate that. It should take you about 6-7 seconds. So find a nice straight line in the street, walk out the course. You should be able to estimate 40 yards, and then get out there, hit that 40-yard sprint, really be aggressive, come back in, you go through that entire thing 5 times. All right, so as you can see, I have a nice long street in front of my house. So what I want to do today, I want to run several 100-yard runs. So the way that I've gone about figuring out where 100 yards is I measure out a distance of 15 feet, which is 5 yards, and then I walk that, just a regular walking gait, count my steps for that, multiply that times 20, walk that distance. I know now I got 100 yards. So when I did 15 feet, it took me 7 steps, so I've walked out 140 steps. Now I know from here to there how far that is. I have just a geographical marker right there. The middle of the neighbor's driveway happens to be exactly 100 yards away, or close enough to it. So what I'm gonna do 3 sets of 3 runs here. I'm gonna do the first set of 3, 1 easy, 1 medium, 1 fast, and then the next 3 will all be fast, and then the last set of 3 will be 1 fast, 1 medium, and 1 easy. And I'm just gonna take about, for the first set of 3, I'm gonna take about 10 seconds rest in between, and then once I get into the sprints, I'm gonna take 90 seconds rest between each of the sprints. When the last set, it's gonna be 90 after the first sprint, and then you got 10 seconds in between the next 2. So you're building up, you got 3 at full speed, and then you're building back down. Here's what that run's gonna look like. Oh man, I can't believe people do that in less than 10 seconds.